All right. The offseason deep dives continue. DallasCowboys.com is doing a pick six, this time getting to know one of our key free agent signings, linebacker Jack Sanborn. The linebacker room looks different this year, and Sanborn is a key new piece, especially because he knows Matt Eberflus's system. Is he a hidden gem or just a depth guy? You know, Bipolar Blue is here to read between the lines. Let's get to know Jack. Before I get to know our new LB, if you believe this defense needs smart, tough, system-fit guys, if you're intrigued by what Sanborn brings, smash that like button. Let me know you're with me. And if you haven't, subscribe and ring the bell. We're tracking all these new additions. Okay, here we go. The pick six on Jack Sanborn. 1. Sanborn was rated as a consensus 4-star recruit in the 2018 class out of Lake Zurich High School in Illinois and committed to play for the Wisconsin Badgers after capping off his high school career with a state championship in Class 7A during a 13-1 season, where he posted 120 tackles and 3 sacks. Bipolar Blue hype. Let's start at the beginning. Jack Sanborn wasn't just some guy. He was a consensus 4-star recruit. He committed to play for the Wisconsin Badgers. That's Big Ten, smash-mouth football. And he capped off his high school career with a state championship, posting 120 tackles and 3 sacks. This dude is a winner. He's a tackling machine. That's the pedigree you want in the middle of your defense. He's been a high-level producer since day one. Bipolar Blue. Crash. Okay, 4-star recruit from 2018. High school accolades are nice for the hometown newspaper, but they don't mean a thing in the NFL. He's been in the league for a few years now. What matters is what he's done as a pro, not what he did to win a state title in Illinois. 2. The Sanborn family is a football family, and it started with Jack's late father, Paul Sanborn, who was an offensive lineman at Oregon from 1980 to 82. He passed away when Sanborn was 4 years old, and coincidentally, 12 years to the date after his father passed, Sanborn called Wisconsin head coach Paul Chryst to commit to the Badgers, saying later that it was like it was meant to be. His younger brother Brian played for the Badgers from 2021 to 2023, but retired ahead of the 2024 season after suffering several back injuries. Bipolar Blue hype. Football is in his blood. This is a football family. His late father, Paul, was an offensive lineman at Oregon. His brother played for the Badgers, too. And that story about him committing to Wisconsin 12 years, to the day after his father passed, saying it was meant to be? Okay, that's just a powerful story. That's a guy playing with purpose, playing for something bigger than himself. That's heart. That's the kind of intangible you can't measure with a 40-yard dash. That's a leader's mentality right there. Bipolar Blue. Crash. That's a very touching and meaningful story, truly. But at the end of the day, family legacy and meant-to-be narratives don't make tackles in the NFL. It speaks to his character, which is great, but his on-field performance is what will determine his role with the Cowboys. 3. Sanborn started 34 games at inside linebacker in his final 3 collegiate season at Wisconsin, leading the team in tackles with 52 during the shortened 2020 COVID season, and was named the Duke's Mayo Bowl game MVP. In 2021, Sanborn was second on the team in tackles with 91, and had the 4th most tackles for loss in the Big Ten, with 16 en route to being named to the first team All-Big Ten as selected by the conference's coaches. Bipolar Blue. Hype. College production. This dude was a stud at Wisconsin. Started 34 games. Duke's Mayo Bowl MVP. Led the team in tackles. First team All-Big Ten. 4th most tackles for loss in the conference. This isn't just hype. It's proven high-level production against tough competition. He knows how to find the football and make plays. Bipolar Blue Crash. That's great college production, which is exactly why it was so surprising he went undrafted. The entire NFL saw that production and still passed on him multiple times. That usually points to athletic limitations that teams believe will prevent that college production from translating to the pros. 4. After going undrafted in 2022, Sanborn signed as an undrafted free agent with his hometown team, the Chicago Bears. He proved himself worthy of being on the roster in his first training camp and was signed to the 53-man roster, where he ended up starting 6 games for the Bears in his rookie season and played in 14, posting 64 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. Bipolar Blue. Hype. The grind is real. Goes undrafted, signs with his hometown team, and not only makes the roster, but starts 6 games as a rookie. 64 tackles, 5 TFLs, 2 sacks. This is a guy with a massive chip on his shoulder who outworks everyone. He's not just happy to be here. He comes to take jobs. That's the kind of hungry player we need. Bipolar Blue crash. He had a nice rookie season for a bad Chicago Bears team that was desperate for players. Starting on a 3-14 team is different than starting for a team with playoff aspirations. It's a great story, but the stats need context. 5. In the next 2 seasons with the Bears, Sanborn would play in all 34 of Chicago's games and combine for 100 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, and 2.5 sacks. He also got his first career interception, which he returned back for 42 yards after the fact in 2023 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Sanborn was the 3rd linebacker in the rotation for Chicago, alongside Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards, but still made an impact defensively for the Bears. Bipolar Blue hype. Durable and dependable. Played in every single game the last 2 seasons. 34 for 34. You can't make an impact if you're not on the field. And he was still productive as a rotational guy. 100 tackles, 9 TFLs, got an interception. He's a reliable player who knows his role and still makes plays. Bipolar Blue. Crash. 3rd linebacker in the rotation. That's the key right there. He was a reliable depth piece behind their 2 big-money starting linebackers. He's coming here to be a depth player and a key special teamer, not an all-pro starter. His ceiling might be what we've already seen. A solid, but not spectacular, rotational guy. 6. The Cowboys signed Sanborn to a 1-year deal in the offseason, reuniting him with his head coach in Chicago, Matt Eberflus, who returned to Dallas this offseason as defensive coordinator. Sanborn brings a sense of familiarity with Eberflus's system to the Cowboys, who will be in need of some fresh faces at the linebacker position for at least the start of the season, and can serve as a help to his teammates that are still learning what Eberflus's defense to look like. Bipolar Blue. Hype. The Eberflus Connection. This is the secret sauce. He already knows the system. He's a coach on the field. With the new DC and injuries in the linebacker room, having a guy like Sanborn who can help get everyone lined up and understand the scheme is invaluable. He's a cheat code for learning the new defense. This is a genius, high IQ signing that makes the entire defense better. Bipolar Blue. Crash. Is he here because he's a great player, or because he's a familiar face for the new DC? Familiarity is great, but you still need elite talent to win championships. Is he a game changer, or just a guy who knows where to stand? He's a security blanket for the coaching staff, which is fine, but let's not pretend it's a game-wrecking talent signing. So there you have it, the full story of Jack Sanborn, a high-character, high-production college player with a great backstory, who grinded his way from undrafted to a solid NFL contributor, and now reunites with his old coach. My final Bipolar Blue prediction based on getting to know Jack Sanborn? He is going to be a fantastic signing for what he is. A high-floor, reliable depth linebacker, and a beast on special teams. He will be a leader in that linebacker room because he knows Eberflus's system better than anyone. He'll make some splash plays when he's on the field, but he's not going to be a Pro Bowl starter who replaces Leighton Vander Esch's peak play. He's a smart, tough, valuable role player, and every championship team needs those. Mark my words. That's the Bipolar Blue take. Are you more or less hyped after getting to know Jack Sanborn? Let me know below. Bipolar Blue, respecting the football guy. Out.